So, you're 16 years old, living in a shack where the roof leaks every time God sneezes. You're tired of being the kid who has to choose between a meal and a pair of shoes. You see the guys in the neighborhood with the expensive sneakers and the tinted SUVs. And suddenly, a recruiter offers you a deal that sounds like a shortcut to the life you've always wanted. Welcome to your first day as a Halcon, Hawk, where your entire world is a street corner, a prepaid phone, and a 1-2 HOUR shift watching for patrol cars or unfamiliar faces. It's boring work until it isn't. While you're telling your mom you got a promotion at a construction site, you're actually earning 5,000 pesos just for being the face that gets a door open for the real heavy hitters. Once you've proven you can keep your mouth shut and your eyes open, you move up to logistics. You're no longer just watching the street, you're moving the product. Loading propane tanks under moonlight on jungle airstrips, carrying coolers that leak a liquid you know isn't water. Your salary jumps to 15,000 pesos a month plus bonuses, and you start to understand the first rule of this business. Terror is just supply and demand, and you are the supply. Then they hand you a mother-of-pearl machete or a suppressed pistol and tell you it's time. Your first kill doesn't feel like murder, it feels like a completed task. Especially when one dead man equals a week of groceries for your mother, your little sister, and the cousin who still believes you work in construction. You develop a specialty, a food delivery uniform, a city worker vest, and your price list starts looking like a corporate menu. 20,000 for a rival, 50,000 for a politician, 100,000 for a protected witness. You survive by finding the off switch for empathy, treating every target like a deleted file. What you don't realize yet is that the same switch works on you. Level 2. Throne Escolta el Jefe. The Fall. If you're quiet and lucky, you get pulled into the Escolta, the boss's personal security detail. You live in safe houses, eat what he eats, and your rifle never leaves arm's reach. But here's what nobody tells you about reaching this level. Stop being a person and start being a shadow. You watch generals bow, see mayors whisper. You witness a man who never finished high school make presidents nervous, and slowly, dangerously, you start to believe that this life has no ceiling. So you reach for the throne. In this world, succession is never inherited. It's taken. Sometimes that means tipping off the authorities about your own cousin. Sometimes it means a car bomb on your uncle's morning commute. Same uncle who gave you your first pair of real shoes. You feel nothing. That's how you know you're ready. When you finally sit in that leather chair, you don't count money anymore. You weigh it. You have mansions, hospitals, a private army, and a mythology people whisper about in the streets. You start believing your own story, and that is the moment the clock starts ticking. Because power in this world is never owned. It's only borrowed. One night, the phones go dead, the warehouses burn, and the soldiers you fed, protected, and trusted are already kneeling in front of someone younger and hungrier. Someone who looks exactly like you did at 16, standing on that street corner, angry and desperate and willing. You end up on a dusty back road or face down in a swamp. And in your last moments, the truth finally arrives. You didn't become a monster somewhere along the way. You just stopped pretending you weren't one. This is a fictional account. But the cartels, the ranks, and the cycle? Those are very real. Subscribe to Trust Me Hub for more breakdowns of the shadow worlds that shape our reality.